Just a quick explanation too about the grading in this class, which does not follow a traditional grading model. Instead, we use labor-based grading. And in this class, it is a sort of weighted grading where if every week when we are discussing the novels, if you do one original discussion post, at least 300 words of good thinking, and you include supporting textual evidence, I mean, taking quotes from the reading. If you include quotes so that you are anchoring your analysis and observations to what the author actually put on the page. So if you do 300 words for your original post and then reply to one classmate, at least 150 words, not of filler. We don't need things like, you did a good job on your post. Also, I've seen students in some classes like using their classmate's full name to get to the word count, you know. Hi, Alice Jones, you did a good job on, we don't need that. We need you to engage in conversation. You know, things like, in your post you say this, and that had not occurred to me because what I was thinking was this. So you're creating a conversation in your replies. So if you want to see in the class, every week that we are discussing the novels, you will want to make sure you write your original post, 300 words or more, one reply to a classmate, 150 words of good stuff. There also is a quiz early in the semester, and there's a personal introduction that everyone is asked to post. So if you're going for the C, you just do that baseline level of work every week throughout the semester. If you are going for a B or an A, you will do that baseline level of work as well. But then you will indicate through your additional labor and the time that you're willing to put in that you would like a grade that is higher than a C. So for folks who are like, a B makes me happy, you would do the discussion posts every week. And then you have two sort of floating assignments throughout the semester where at one point you will be asked to do a presentation on one of the novels. That is something that I will assign to you. So basically, if you're like, yes, I want to do a presentation, please, you can email me and let me know. You can post it in the Ask Jocelyn folder. You can DM me using the little envelope tool in D2L. You can just be like, yeah, I am someone who would like to do a presentation. Please assign one to me. If there's one of the books where you're sort of like, and if it's possible, could I do it on this book? I will, of course, try to accommodate you. So I will give you a specific thing to sort of research and present upon. There is no required word count for the presentation because some folks do a video. Other folks do PowerPoints. So, you know, because you can be creative in how you move it from being just like typed text into presentation. I don't have a word count requirement. Any outside sources you use, of course, you would want to cite those. And then there's a folder in the discussions area for presentations where you can post it so that your classmates can see what you came up with. So that is the first floating assignment to get a B or higher in the class. The other one is doing a deep dive on some issue or topic related to something you see in one of the novels. I give you lots of examples in like the typed instructions within the class, but maybe there's something in history that is in one of the novels and you think, I would like to know more about that. Or maybe you see something in one of the characters. Maybe there's an addiction. Maybe there's a personality disorder. You know, maybe there's just something where you think, you know, to understand the context of things, I'm curious. I would like to know more. So you get to select the thing you do your deep dive on, and you will then find 3 outside sources that you read to learn more, and you will write 400 to 600 words where you explain what you learned from your research, and you can tie it to the, you know, the book or the reading in question as well. And that is submitted in assessments assignments. And you can do that at any point during the semester. So if you are coming in hot and hard as the semester starts, perhaps you would like to, you might be like, I'm looking to the 5th book that we're going to read way down the line, but could I go ahead and leaf through it? I think I found a thing that I'd like to do my deep dive on. And yes, go ahead and do it the first week if you want. But you have until the end of the semester to do your deep dive. Only one deep dive required. So to get a C, you do all the discussion posts. To get a C or higher, I should say, you do all the discussion posts all along. To get a B, you do all the discussion posts all along, plus you do your presentation and your deep dive. If you are truly invested and you are like, nope, I'm in. I mean, I'm going for the A. And if that is the case, then every week you will keep a personal journal and you will write a short journal entry of 100 words or more. And it can just be sort of reflection on that week's reading. And it can be very Dear Diary-ish in its tone. So you might just tell me what went through your mind while you were reading. At the end of the semester, during final exam week, there will be a time when I ask you, if you are going for the A, to upload to assessments assignments. You will upload your finished journal. It will have 14 entries because each week for the 14 weeks that we are reading and discussing the novels, you will be asked to do that. So if you're going for the A, you'll do the weekly discussions, the whole class discussion that we all are doing, yeah? You will do a presentation, a deep dive, and a personal journal that you keep throughout the semester. So you are indicating through the amount of time and effort that you put into the class what grade you are choosing to earn. So you don't have to be caught in that sort of like, what does the teacher want? I don't understand what she wants me to do. I just want to get a good grade. I don't know how to do it. I'm trying to tell you very explicitly what you need to do to earn the grade that you want. And that also, I mean, honestly, from my point of view, it keeps you from coming in. I don't like my email being on fire. My inbox turns to flames the last week of class where everyone's like, I have regrets. I would like to go back and redo the entire semester. And the answer, nope. You're earning your grade all throughout the semester. We're not doing that save it at the end kind of thing where you're all pleading, you're trying to negotiate your way into a grade. Oh, it's so exhausting for both of us, isn't it? So just do the work all throughout. It's in your control. It's in your hands. Don't bring it on me, my friends. So I hope that's all clear. In the content page, there are explanations of the presentation, the deep dive, all that kind of stuff. So if you forget after you have viewed this video multiple times, you can go ahead and just read the written stuff too. Okay? Thanks.